What do you think of Mahatma Gandhi? Hi guys, welcome back to the podcast. This is episode number, I don't know what.
9. We've reached that average podcast.
We've reached the average podcast thanks to Fahim's knowledge. This is a special Onam episode. So, Ona Shamsigal, guys.
Ona Shamsigal.
Happy Onam.
No, just say Ona Shamsigal.
Ona Shamsigal.
Ona Shamsigal.
Are you trying to disrespect us?
I'm not.
fucked
I
up.
absolutely
That's so
love
fucked up.
Onam.
Say it properly.
How can you
I
disrespect?
just can't pronounce the word. That's not
Because it's not important
Don't
enough.
pronounce the word. Say the word. Onam
Onam
Shamsigal.
Shamsigal.
I'll get fucked because I'm sure I'm also not saying it right. Say it, bitch. What are you smiling for?
Onam Shamsigal.
Okay. Guys, this episode is fully in Malayalam.
അവൻ ഞങ്ങളിന്ന് വന്നേക്കുന്നത്
ഞാൻ ഇന്ന്
നമ്മളിന്ന് സംസാരിക്കാൻ പോണത് നിങ്ങളുടെ ദിവസം എങ്ങനെയായിരുന്നു?
എന്റെ ദിവസം ഭയങ്കര നല്ലതാ ഉണ്ട്.
The audio listeners won't even have subtitles.
You need Bali to dub over.
Okay, so how's the week been?
Week was pretty okay. I mean, I don't think anything out of the ordinary as usual, except actually following the Women's World Cup after last episode's
You know
discussion.
what happened in the World Cup, dude?
Yeah.
Spain beat England.
He doesn't
1-0.
know.
And then, did you hear about what happened after?
That is so fucking sad, bro.
Did you hear about this?
No, tell me.
So,
I saw the Instagram post, guys.
I forgot her name. I'm sorry.
Carmona.
Yeah, she plays for Real Madrid, so it's not important. But she scored the winning goal of the World Cup, and then, like a few hours later, her dad passed
So
away.
she was celebrating, and then she found out that her dad
Oh
passed
my
away.
god.
That's fake.
And
no.
when she scored the goal, she had dedicated the goal to her friend's mom, who had passed away.
Oh
recently.
my god.
Done my research. Man.
Guys, this is supposed
Fine,
to
the
be
house
a
is funny.
It's
happy
not
episode.
funny. I mean, like,
Yeah, it's pretty fucking.
But what's your favorite thing about Onam?
What sort of segues?
did we just
It has to be a
forget
happy
about the Women's World
episode.
Cup? Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean,
Okay, fine.
We have a clippable moment in the first 5 minutes.
Can I segue now or no?
Yeah, we can segue. R.I.P. Fahim.
Hey, bro, do Muslims do Onam? Is it like a Hindu thing?
bro, we're from
all-
Kerala. How
it's
can you
a
say that?
harvest
No,
It's
just
all
do it.
inclusive
No, it's a
thing.
harvest festival. All Malayalis do. Onam.
Yeah, all Malus, bro.
You guys have harvest too?
How can you be curious, bro? You're from here. This
Bro,
is
you
like
guys
such a
eat-
North Indian question.
You guys eat mutton.
Wow.
He's
The North
voicing
Indian
Shyamolie's
ask
thoughts.
you.
What's wrong with
I'm
mutton?
There's nothing
celebrating
wrong with mutton.
Onam
I'm
right
saying,
now.
like, why do you need to harvest if you're eating mutton?
Because like we eat rice and
They're
shit. too.
harvesting.
But you
We
can
don't
buy
just eat mutton.
Why
They're
don't,
harvesting goats.
why don't you buy that from us? Like, you guys
bro.
do the mutton, we'll do the rest.
Okay, just let us celebrate Onam.
Wait,
man.
there's an important question there. For Onam, in your Sadhya, do you have meat?
So this is a hot take. I think Sadhya is the most overrated thing about Onam.
Oh my god!
It's like 10
He hates Sadhya. You hate Sadhya. What a
Forget
guy.
God. So I love Sadhya. I love the whole concept, but I don't like the
The-
mixing and
you like
matching.
the idea of
Yeah, I
Sadhya.
don't like
You
the
don't
mixing
like-
and matching of fucking everything.
No, it's 10 different curries that.
No,
like,
but Sharan-
none of them taste
They
good.
shouldn't be together.
You
None of
can't-
them taste
you
good.
It's like an orgy.
You
It
can't
should
go
just
by
be-
Sharan's food habits. His food is,
No,
if
we
he
have
had
similar
it his
food
way,
habits.
Yeah, Onam is
he
like
would only have bread all
Sadhya
day
is like an
long.
orgy. Like there's so many things
There's
happening.
too
in
many
the-
things
So
happening.
what's wrong with orgies?
Nice. That's a cold take.
But see, a non-veg Sadhya, that shit is different.
I completely
That's
disagree with that.
fucking barbecue nation, bro. That's what a non-veg Sadhya is.
It's barbecue nation on a banana leaf.
I'm totally against like non-vegetarian, like mutton, meat, anything on sadhyas. It
Why?
should be vegetarian.
Why?
Because
Why?
that's a real culture, bro. You can't fucking put mutton
You
on
just
your...
hated on the Sadhya and now you're talking about culture.
So it should be mid, like it should taste mid.
Yeah, it should taste mid, like, yeah. And then people should hype it
Okay,
up.
what else is there to Onam other than the Sadhya?
No, for me, for example, first of all, sadhya is a huge part. And for sadhya, only the rice and sambar. And then the Payasam.
No, the
Again.
banana is the best part.
Banana.
The fuck?
Yeah,
But then you don't need to have a sadhya for that, bro. You can have param anytime.
Bro, the param. The
You
small
have it
param.
without Sadhya.
Why
Why
did
are
you
you
look
not
down at my Monday when you said param, bro?
The small param.
Yeah, the sweet one.
That's
my
the best
God.
part, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, it's like I enjoy the entire Sadhya. Like the concept of it, like
So
sitting
she's
down.
vegetarian, bro.
Guys, Shyamoli is the sort
It's
of
the
person.
one day I can share food with
Shyamoli is the sort of
everyone.
person who eats a sadhya with a fork.
No, I don't. Don't bullshit.
Because it ruins her nails. There's so many people. My cousin, Appu, my mom, Shubha.
My mom.
They all just eat sadhya with forks.
I eat it with my hands.
Sure.
Give me sadhya.
No, but
be
see,
sadhya.
if you blew like 3K on nails, and like the next week you had to eat a lot of sadhyas.
I like how the
understand.
men
Bro,
are having
You
a
just
discussion on
want to
this.
get hosed. That's your whole fucking...
I'm saying it's understandable. I'm on their side.
So you'll feed them.
He really wants to.
I would.
Fahim is narrowing down his demographic. Women who get nails.
Yeah. Because they take care of themselves. So they probably...
Yeah. I mean,
What?
Fuck, I already said a lot of fucked up shit. Yeah, 5 minutes in. Okay, what else do you like about Onam?
see, I'm very offended that Aryan asked if Muslims celebrate Onam.
Why?
Because Onam to me was always. I
Okay,
mean,
what is
everyone-
more important, Eid or Onam? Because for us, Onam is more important.
Just listen to me.
No, what?
Onam
Answer
is
the
a,
question.
Onam
Answer
is
the
a
question.
festival for all Keralites, and it transcends religious boundaries.
Okay.
Everyone in Kerala celebrates
It's
it, right?
trans-religious.
Yeah.
It's religion fluid.
Yeah. Exactly.
But, okay, Eid or Onam.
See, and the best part of Onam.
You're
about
not
Onam
saying,
is-
you know why? Because they bribe you with Eid.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful how everyone from all different religions gets together to celebrate this beautiful
This
festival.
is some. He's
Oh, no, no,
learned this
everyone-
from some
no, no,
speech in
and
school.
everyone's
and
wearing-
he's-
Oh,
Wait, I have a question, I have a
Fahim is
question.
so well spoken. Fahim
And
is
all the
Yeah.
guys in the mundu and
I
all
was-
the girls in the Kerala saris, bro.
That's
Onam-
right. See, Christians share Christmas. Hindus share Onam. What do Muslims share?
Eid.
No, I mean, I don't feel like everyone celebrates Eid.
No,
Eid.
I mean-
Can a non-Muslim go into
Onam
a
is
church?
not-
Can a non-Muslim go into a mosque?
Yeah, of course they
Oh,
can.
yeah?
They never come out though.
Joke,
Onam is not a Hindu festival.
Onam
It's
is
a-
a
No, they'll
it's a
go in
Kerala
non-Muslim, they'll
festival.
come back
Hindu
Muslim.
festival.
Is it?
No, it's
Is
not.
Onam-
I don't know. So last year, basically what happened was all my information comes from North Indians who cancelled me. So Gayu and I made a video called Onam and we got a shit ton of hate, mainly from North Indians and Hindus who are like, this is a Hindu festival. How can you do this about Hindu? And we're like, no, it's Kerala festival.
Why are you
Everyone-
shitting on me now? You're like,
No, I'm just curious. I'm taking on that person. I'm very curious.
You just find out that he's always been on your side.
Yeah, I'm on your side. I'm just curious how you take to that hate.
But you haven't answered my question. Eid or
Onam
Onam?
is such a
Eid or
beautiful
Onam,
festival.
bitch. Answer the question.
No, let me just.
I
tell
feel like
everyone
without
how
answering,
much-
he's answering the question.
Yeah.
Let me
Eid-
just tell
Eid
everyone how
isn't
much I
it?
love Onam. Like Onam is such a beautiful festival, and I love like dressing up and going out with my
We'll
friends.
put footage of how much you suffered wearing this mundu.
Yeah,
And guys, for
But
everybody.
it's worth the suffrage, is
And
what I'm saying.
guys, by the way, he's wearing a Velcro Mundu, which means it's not even a mundu.
see, I got the wrong size.
But why
That's
would you
I
wear a
struggled.
Velcro Mundu, bro?
'Cause
What
I
are you
can't-
wearing, Sharan?
I'm wearing a proper mundu.
Yeah, should we
Yeah.
try to...
Try what? Try what? What do you try?
He's also wearing a Velcro
No,
Mundu.
I'm not wearing. I'm wearing a proper
Please.
mundu.
See, smart people wear Velcro mundus. Because it comes with pockets and shit. That shit's so
Bro, I
convenient.
feel like if you wear a mundo with a belt or a Velcro, you're like jinxing yourself. You wear a mundo properly and it won't fall off.
This is what Sharan tells us so that he can remove it.
But you wear with a Velcro or a belt, like, bro, it'll fall off somehow. Some bird will come
But you
and
know,
take it.
yeah, Velcro mundu, they actually have pockets.
Yeah, that's so convenient. And it's
Do you
never
have a
fallen
pocket in
off.
your Mundu?
No, I don't have a pocket.
What do you take
carry
with
my
you to
phone
Sadhya?
around.
That you need in a pocket.
My car keys, my phone,
Put it in
my
your breast pocket, bro, your Mallu.
lubricant. Huh?
Yeah, Mallu, put it in your breast pocket.
No radiation.
I
You
don't
should
have
not
a
put it in your
breast pocket.
breast pocket.
You put it closer to your cock, not your heart.
No,
In
no.
your cock pocket.
We need-
Why is that a breast pocket? It should be a pocket. Why is this the pocket
No,
not a
you're
cock
just
pocket?
identifying
It's got
where
a back pocket. And
Yeah.
the back pocket is the back
Back
pocket.
Ass pocket.
Yeah.
He
Can
doesn't
we
have
go
a breast
back to how
pocket.
much I love Onam?
Okay, tell us how much
Okay,
you
can
like
you, can
Onam?
you, for the non...
We get it. You will read about this.
No, but let him
No,
say
Okay,
it.
what is the story about Onam?
Yeah, that's
How did
what I
Onam-
have no idea.
Mahabali.
No, I know, like...
That's a Hindu
So
name,
we
bro.
had a great king called Mahabali. And he was a great king.
Yeah.
And he was a great king.
So,
So one day this guy comes and he's a bad guy.
no, you know
It's
who
God.
sent the guy?
It's God.
Yeah,
bad
the
guy.
god,
He's
bro.
God.
The
Because he's
god
not
was
Muslim?
jealous of the king because he was so
Because
good
he
to
was
the
so
people.
loved by the
Yeah.
people, right?
So the god sent that Vamana guy to
Oh.
like fuck Mahabali up.
And he comes as a poor person.
He comes as a dwarf, not a poor person.
No, but
Okay.
then
They're
what
the same thing.
happens?
Okay, can you say the story, please? I feel like
So
I'll
he-
butcher it.
So he comes as a dwarf Brahmin, and then he asks for 3 feet of land. So Mahabali never says no to anybody.
Like 3 steps.
Yeah. No.
He wanted to
I'm
take
getting
three-
there, bro. He said
My God, this
He's
story is
American.
like very
He's-
Did this
incoherent.
it like
He
he wanted to?
Yeah,
Feet
so
and
he
inches.
took So he asked for 3. What did I say?
Feet.
Yeah, 3 feet.
Yeah.
And then he took 2 huge steps, and that covered the entire world. So
No, so once Mahabali allowed it, he grew into a giant.
yeah,
You
obviously.
skip
I am
that
so
part.
confused right now. Can someone
That's
please tell me
implied,
the
bro.
story
Yeah,
properly?
so he came as a dwarf.
Yeah.
He asked Mahabali for 3 feet of land.
Yeah.
Mahabali said okay because he says okay to everyone. He likes making people happy.
Okay, but whose feet? Like Mahabali's feet or the dwarf's feet?
No, the dwarf's feet.
Okay.
He wants 3 feet of land.
Okay.
So he came as a dwarf, but then he grew into a giant. And then the first 2 steps he took, he covered the entire world. So the third feet, he didn't have anywhere to stamp on.
Okay.
So Mahabali offered his head. And Vamana put his feet on Mahabali's head and put him down into the Padalam.
Padalam.
Padalam is hell, I guess. Underground.
made him underground.
I feel like we butchered the story.
Yeah,
No,
you
he
did.
went underground, bro.
And then what?
Took the metro.
But the gods are like, he was such a good king. Now suddenly they felt bad, the gods. So the gods are like, after killing him, they felt bad. So they're like, once a year you can come and see your people.
So that's
That's
Onam.
so
So he
fucked up,
comes,
bro.
he comes every Onam.
Yeah, every Onam he comes.
Your people, implying Hindus, Muslims, Christians, not just Hindus.
Malus.
So no
Malus.
Buddhists
I mean, yeah, sure.
and Jains.
Shout out Nisu, my Buddhist friend.
He's a Buddhist?
Yeah.
Okay, we cannot talk about something that niche.
But yeah.
What's
Yeah,
his
that's
full
the
name?
story.
So what's the harvest angle?
Yeah, what is the harvest angle?
No,
It's the
every
season.
state has like a harvest
Pongal.
festival.
So Kerala didn't have a harvest angle, so they just added
So
it
we
to
clubbed
the-
No,
it.
but isn't Vishu the harvest festival? Because that's
Vishu is
when
New
all
Year.
the other
Vishu is
harvest
New Year.
festivals are.
Vishu is New Year.
Vishu is the greatest festival
But
in the
like
world.
Baisakhi, Pongal and all, which are harvest festivals, are around that time. But it's Onam.
I think it's
We
the,
harvest
it's the,
twice as
the
much.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
harvest in Dubai.
We have that grind set.
We're just built different.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
harvest twice a year.
We're
Guys
just too
only
good.
harvest once a year.
Okay, we don't eat as much, I guess.
We have
Okay,
that-
but what is the stigma against the Velcro Mundu? I think it's a great concept. The normal Mundu falls off too easily.
Bro, imagine 100 years from now, every single person's wearing a Velcro Mundu and nobody knows how to tie it properly. Nobody knows how to get out of a bathroom with just a towel on their head.
Ramraj cotton and silk stocks will be going to
Okay, can you imagine the president will
Ramraj
be-
cotton and mundu.
Then all the indie
Imagine
boys,
the Velcro towels though.
then all the indie boys will come and have their like filter coffee and they'll be like, I tied my Mundu without a Velcro. And that's
They'll
how
be
it does
different.
it.
That's going to be
They'll
Aryan's
different.
grandson for sure.
So be my grandson. Grandson Aryan Junior the third. Hope you're watching. Hope you're subscribed. Guys, this is a good time to say like, comment, and subscribe if you
And
like this
follow us
podcast.
on Instagram. Like, why is no one following us on Instagram? Go follow us.
There are like 4,000 people who follow us.
But there's like 25k people watching this.
Yeah, if everyone follows, then we'll have 25k people. Actually.
Yeah, so all of you go follow right now. Every single one of you.
Okay, stop shouting at them.
Fahim will send you pictures if you do.
Yeah, he'll send you a personal thank you
Personal thank you
message
note.
if
Yeah.
you follow. He'll send it from the vlog account
Written
on
by Scott.
Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be one like wink, so please.
And a shirtless picture.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Okay,
Then they'll unfollow, bro.
nice. The incentives.
You know what I like most about Onam?
What?
Especially when I was studying in school? The Pookalam competition.
Oh my god.
I was so pumped up for that, dude.
You know, we used to have a 3-day Onam competition in school.
It's a test match.
3
No,
days.
it was a 3-day competition, okay? Like, and the
What are you-
biggest competition was the Pookalam making competition. So it
What?
was house-wise.
But why 3 days?
Who's judging it? Art is subjective.
Yeah, well,
Okay, but how-
there are
Mahabali.
some parameters. There are some parameters you can
Dance
stick
competition is
to.
the baddest two wins.
Even in Pookalam, the baddest.
Bro,
People.
in school, I wouldn't help out at all, but I would always be there around the Pookalam volunteering.
Yeah.
Because all the bad bitches
Yeah.
were around the flowers, bro.
But they would be the nice good grade getting.
No,
they
not
weren't- they weren't
necessarily.
class.
Not
They were
necessarily.
in class.
They would be the baddest bitches.
Yeah.
Really?
For sure.
We don't have that in Kendra Delhi, Moscow.
Wait, did you guys celebrate Onam in Moscow?
Yeah, we have a all Moscow Malayali Association
Is it a big like?
titled Amma. Yeah, like we had Usha once. It was great. That was baller. Then there's like a lot of politics. Only one girl dances in all the events. It's like, you know.
Oh, you wanted to dance, but
Yeah, I
you
wanted
didn't
to dance. I
get a
didn't get a chance.
Nice.
So, but you know, the crazy thing is, we are not celebrating Onam for the second year in a row.
Why aren't you celebrating
So
Onam?
last year, Amma passed away. So we couldn't celebrate the Onam after that. Then this year, my other grandma passed away, my dad's mom. No, we can't celebrate this year because of that. Next year, who knows?
No, but last year,
We didn't celebrate.
So why are you dressed up right now?
granddad passed away.
Yeah.
Isn't it like wrong for you guys to be dressed up right now?
No, we're allowed to
No,
wear
bro.
clothes.
We are
We're
allowed
not
to
celebrate.
We're allowed to have drip.
So you can't be happy.
Yeah, we just have to be sad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Onam Ash isn't good.
Thank
But
God.
you guys are actually there for Amma's last Onam.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That was,
Yeah.
What
that
is
was
that
a
like?
beautiful
That
day.
was actually my first Onam.
Yeah?
Yeah, over here. But
Fahim was there to basically hit on Mariam.
You were wearing the same thing, no? Black and white?
Black shirt, yeah, but it was golden color.
Oh.
Different mundu.
Same shoes.
Different shoes.
and it was
but
a
these are new
half sleeve
shoes.
shirt. if I
That was your first time
Yeah.
meeting Amma?
No,
No.
I'd seen it a lot, but I really spent time and talked to her that day.
That was your last time
You
meeting
didn't
Amma.
speak to her. Shut the fuck
I
up.
did. You told her, Amma, even Muslimana. Even beef on him. Even beef on him.
That was your last time meeting her.
Yeah, because you came to my grandma's house with one packet of beef. What was this?
I
supposed to-
didn't.
You didn't. You didn't bring the packet.
Did I?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
From Paragon.
He's gaslighting.
From Paragon, you didn't bring the beef.
He's lying so well, I almost believed it.
No, he didn't. This is the
did.
year where you pulled his munda off.
That's every year.
In the past.
It's a
Yeah.
tradition.
But it's not this year.
This year. Come on.
Please, no.
on.
Do it, Balu. He's not even wearing a
Balu
don't
was
have
the
very
year
good-
before that.
No, Balu was same year. Oh, Balu
No,
was the
the
year
year
before
before
that.
that.
Yeah,
Did you used to have Onam in your house? Or like, do you have Onam in your house? How
Yeah,
does it
so
work?
my dad is really... My dad is a very proud Keralite. And he loves communism and Onam.
Where's the go?
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
No, he's very passionate about it. He's the type of guy that'll go for like
invade Tamil Nadu.
So, wait. So in Kerala,
Give
Barcelona,
back.
communism in that order.
Karnataka.
yeah, and Mammootty.
And Mammootty. Where does Mammootty fit in that order? Kerala, Barcelona, Mammootty, and communism.
So, he's
And
definitely
Fahim and-
Barcelona's
Basa's first.
Basa's first
Okay.
because I recently saw a photo which Fahim sent me where he has gone outside the Santiago Bernabeu and he's showing the middle finger or something.
No, he went outside Real Madrid Stadium and he's just like this.
Yeah, that's the middle finger. Worse than that.
Yo.
He's so
The uncle's
cute.
version.
Because this is like animosity. This is like, that's
Just
bad.
bad.
You're not up to my
It
level.
sucks.
Oh. Okay, so what's the order?
Yeah, no, Basa is definitely top for him. And then, but Kerala is a close second. And even though...
No, I'll tell you what. It's Barcelona playing in Kerala and Mammootty is playing for Barcelona. His ultimate dream.
And they're fighting for communism, playing for communism.
Maybe Mammootty can do a movie on
It's not
Barcelona.
Mammootty, it's Mammootty.
Mammootty.
Say Mammootty.
Mammootty.
What's the other famous guy?
Mohanlal.
So even in Doha, my dad always like wears a mundu to like formal events. And I remember once he got pulled over by like the Kotha police, and they're a bit scary. They're also a bit racist. And my dad steps out of the Land Cruiser, and it's just a 5'7" man wearing a mundu. The police were so confused. Started roasting him.
He's like, it's a kandura, but not fully.
It's a half
It's an
kandura.
inside kandura.
Sir, he's wearing a kandura, but he's wearing a shirt on top of the kandura.
But what happened then in the end?
No, it was.
The
it wasn't
police
related
left
to
wearing
something.
mundu.
Yeah.
No.
The police like, oh, my friend.
But yeah, he just got roasted, and ever since then,
He wears mundu top and bottom.
he
Oh, yeah,
carries the mundu.
You were saying how Onam works in your family. Your father's a proud
Yeah,
Kerala.
so he'd always celebrated every year, and he was very passionate about it. So we'd celebrate it with him. And in Doha, like Russia,
He's
we
alive.
have like a Mallu
He's alive for
circles.
everyone's reference. I don't know why he's talking in past tense.
Did I say use
Yeah,
past
we used
tense?
to celebrate with him.
Oh, until he left us. So like we have a Malayali circle, and so it's always the same crowd every year.
Okay.
It's good vibes.
So in Cochin, you don't celebrate Onam as much. Like with
I mean,
family.
not necessarily with family.
But your Wapa passed away, so that's why you don't.
Dude, why did you laugh when he said
How
your
could you
Wapa
laugh,
passed
bro?
away, bro?
Why could you laugh?
Because the guy is sad at home right now watching Barcelona highlights from yesterday.
Then who was the grandfather that passed away that forced you to move to Cochin?
Oh, my Wapachi.
Oh, same.
Wapachi.
Sorry. It's not the same thing.
Yeah, it's not the same thing.
That's it. Wapachi is his wife.
One is mom's dad, one is dad's
Wapachi
dad.
actually means dad, but my mom calls him Wapachi, so we always used to call him Wapachi. It actually means dad.
Who's Wapa then?
Wapa's
Wapa's
my
dad's dad.
Wapa's my dad.
Oh, your dad.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's your dad's dad called?
Wapapa.
Wapapa.
What?
Yeah. He passed away. Stop.
What?
That's so cool.
Okay.
This is the worst podcast ever.
But at least we look nice.
Living people are cancelling us. Dead people are cancelling us. All religions are cancelling us.
Yeah.
So as a non-Malayali, how is it like getting into the spirit of Onam? And how do you how was your first Onam?
Honestly, so I mean, I've seen Onam celebrations back in school, but we never celebrated Onam at home. My first Onam celebration where I was actually like having Sadhya, dressed up, etc., was in 2020. But I absolutely love Onam because it's so simple as a festival, which is what I like. Because all other festivals, there's like so much happening, you can't really enjoy. Like Diwali is just too hectic. Christmas also, I don't know. I feel like Christmas is like now too westernized. Like people just, I don't know. I don't understand the concept of Secret Santa and whatnot.
So that's such a cool concept.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Secret Onam is also big in Kerala.
Secret Onam?
Secret Onam?
Yeah.
What is that?
The Muslims secretly celebrate Onam.
I mean, what the fuck?
What is wrong with this guy?
But
know
yeah,
where it came from.
so I essentially like it because it's so simple yet so beautiful. There's not too much fuss. You come, you eat good food, you go home, you nap, and it's a good day.
But like, what do you do on Diwali then? Because I don't really celebrate Diwali.
So I don't celebrate Diwali.
What happens?
Usually there's one like puja that happens. So Diwali is basically like the symbol of good winning over evil, right? And it's the festival of lights, right? So you celebrate it with a puja and you pray to like all the goddesses and the gods over there. Then it's like usually you go to like your relatives' houses and like you sort of greet them, you wish them, you celebrate with them. Then there's like the whole firecracker stuff.
You go to your enemy's house and burst firecrackers.
And Diwali goes on for like 5 days. And each day has a different like, like...
Location.
Why don't you
How
talk?
many days is Onam? Onam is also quite
Onam
a
is
bit,
8-9 days.
No,
no?
Mahabali was allowed to come one day, bro.
Tiruonam.
Sleepover.
He had to like...
Onam is 8-9 days, right?
8 days.
Yeah.
You get 10 days holidays.
It's,
Yeah, I
it's
mean, there's
because it's
basically
that long.
yeah,
And each day
there
there's
is 10
something.
days of Onam,
Yeah.
but only like 3 are important. I
Mahabali
think.
is coming really slowly from wherever he's coming.
Oh my god.
He's walking.
Okay, so but
And
yeah.
Mahabali is not the fittest. So.
Yeah, I've seen.
No,
He needs
So
to
in
cut. He needs to cut a little.
every school celebration or college, for example, the fattest guy always has to be Mahabali, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
that's
it's
why
so
the fattest guy has to be Santa.
It is so sad. He can't enjoy. He can't
you
enjoy
gotta
the
have a fucking
celebration.
6-pack, bicep.
Are you?
pulling-
What do you mean? It's a one day of the
Mahabali.
year. He's the most easily visible person in that school. Obviously, he should be the center of attention on that day.
No, but like I'm sure he wants to like wear a shirt
what do
and a
you want?
mundu.
Like a Mahatma Gandhi to be a fat guy.
Yeah, imagine, dude. That's cultural appropriation. Imagine a dude with abs.
No, I'm saying,
being
but it's
Mahabali. He at the back end, like, yo, you took my job too. You play. You're number 7 on the football team, but when it's Mahabali time, you're a Mahabali again. So I think it's
No,
fucked up, bro.
maybe that guy just wants to wear a shirt and a nice mundu
Yeah,
and
I
have fun.
didn't-
I'm sure no
I-
one's gonna
I just
force
got a great
him.
point.
There is like a very he's
cultural
pressurized to do
appropriation,
it.
bro.
Yeah. The fat person is always pressurized to be Mahabali, and it's sad and it's fucked up. I mean, it'll put an end to this.
Okay, bro. What if Christian Bale had to play the whale instead of the other fat guy?
Who played
The fat guy.
This conversation is going nowhere.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm just saying, I feel like people should do what they're meant to do. Like, if you're fat, you're Mahabali. No, if you're fat, you get to be Mahabali, you get to be Santa Claus. If you're skinny, you don't get to be Santa Claus.
It's a privilege.
It's a privilege.
Yeah, it's all a
bad
privilege.
thing.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. Can I go back to talking about Dubai?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you burst firecrackers, bro?
Let's fight over which
Do
festival
you
is the
burst
best.
over firecrackers, bro?
Yeah, he does. He does.
No, I don't, because it's bad for like the environment. And
So
for
can I
dogs.
show everybody the text where
Oh,
you're telling
for
me let's
dogs.
burst firecrackers, I have burst firecrackers right outside my building.
Do you not
There
remember
is
his
legit no
birthday?
text like that.
You wanna see?
Do you remember his birthday? He wanted to burst
This is your
firecrackers.
birthday.
No, a friend surprised me with firecrackers.
Yeah, but who burst
Yeah,
the
that's
crackers?
because you like firecrackers. That's why they surprised you.
Why am I being gaslit so much? I don't even know what to believe.
Are we allowed to burst firecrackers anywhere here? Fahim Rashid, 9th September 2022.
Did you burst on that day?
And me being the content whore that I am. Yeah, in Cochin. Yes.
No checking.
Fahim, what do you mean in Cochin? Obviously in Cochin. I meant like, is it illegal to go to a random place and do it?
But do you like bursting?
I love bursting firecrackers.
No, I asked you those.
I love the idea of bursting firecrackers. Never really burst.
I like when other people are bursting, not me. So I can blame them. I can be like, damn, they suck ass. While
But
I
you
look
can
at
still
the,
enjoy
while I,
this.
yeah,
Yeah,
while
you
I
can
look at
still
this.
enjoy
So
Yeah.
I used to burst a lot of crackers when I was younger, like way back in the day.
23,
Uh,
24.
Wait, is it really like?
When I was a
can we get
child.
cancelled for bursting crackers? Why is everyone being
Bro,
so
it's actually
careful?
generally
No,
fucked up.
because
Like,
After all the things we
environmental.
have said, firecrackers are the 10th thing we can get cancelled. Okay, guys, here for a short break because we're going to get some Onam goodies.
So we're all having Payasam now. And so I remember being a kid, and this is like I learned about sex and semen and stuff very early on.
But we're having Payasam.
Yeah, so hear me out. So in Ramayana,
Oh my god.
Can I consume this?
yeah, go for it. In Ramayana, Dasharath has 3 wives who he can't impregnate. So he goes to God and he's like, yo, God, help me out, bro. I need to like get these women.
He's from Brooklyn, or what?
I need to get these women like preggers. And then God's like, yo, take this Payasam. And he gives it to them. And they consume the Payasam. And in the story, like it was a picture storybook. The Payasam was white. So I was like, yo, they're drinking semen.
You
The
thought it was
semen
like a
went
code
into
word?
I thought, no, yeah, I thought Payasam was like code word for semen. And I thought it goes into their stomach and they get impregnated.
How old were you?
7. When I was 8, I knew that semen doesn't go through the stomach. Like I was like,
Bro knew what semen was before what Payasam was.
no, I knew what Payasam was, but I was like, oh, it's like
It's also like
they're
a-
fooling us.
yeah.
They're tricking us. So yeah, enjoy your Payasam, bro.
Shyamolie's going to get pregnant anytime now.
God. This is my favorite dessert of all
That's
time now,
so
I
good.
feel.
Palada Payasam is the goat.
Yeah. It's like
Palada was Semia.
Palada, bro.
Palada any day.
I feel like Semia is more iconic.
What does iconic mean?
Semia is
Define
just that
iconic
guy.
in dessert.
Semia is just that guy, you know? Like when you think of Payasam, what do you think of first? Semia.
Palada.
Palada.
Guys, drop it down in the comments below.
I think of
Yeah.
semen.
I want to say parpa payasam.
Payasam.
There is, there is, right? There is.
I
only like Semia
Oreo Payasam
Palada.
also could be there. Yeah, what do you guys think? Palada or Semia Payasam?
Comment down below. You know, so I was in Delhi during Holi, and dude, people in fucking Delhi are just carnal, bro. They don't give a fuck. Me and my friend were walking down a street,
And where is it?
and
Oh, I know the story.
this car was driving by us, and they just pelted us with water balloons.
Yeah, that's a...
Like, what the fuck, bro?
That's a big thing there.
no, that is a big thing.
But
They
be
also
glad
used to
that they didn't
throw...
pelt you with Payasam.
No, they used to also throw...
I wouldn't have minded. That means they spend money.
No, he meant the other payasam.
Yeah, fair. I
No,
you
but that
never
also
know.
happens.
That also happens. They might put semen, they might
semen,
put
the
piss.
balloons and
Oh,
water
they also
balloons.
use... they're
Semen
like,
in the balloons?
No,
put
no,
semen,
no,
they
bro, what they put in
eggs.
the balloons?
There are actual reports. on
people
the
have
news.
peed into water balloons and like
and
thrown
then
that.
It seems on like we were there. I
Eggs.
left on the day of Holi. Like I took a flight early in the morning because people are like it's that bad.
It's unsafe to be outside. Like, can you imagine how fucked up that city is? Like, it's genuinely most bad shit.
No.
We're shitting on Delhi.
Fucking fuck yeah, steady.
Worst city in the
Wow,
world.
I'm on this podcast to serve these boys. That's all.
We're not pitching about General Delhi.
Yeah, you go on. Yeah, you go on.
Wait,
guys,
but how do you
worst
fill a water balloon with semen, bro? That's a lot of semen.
We'll try it out today.
I'm sure they mix it with water or something.
Yeah, I'm sure there's mixers.
But
for
they
semen.
also used to throw eggs, like rotten eggs and stuff.
Oh, that we also used to do.
Oh, well.
We know
Not
rotten
rotten,
eggs.
but they're
No, normal
colorful
eggs. Yeah. If the city with the worst user experience, like there has never been a single clean cab in that city. There has never been a single nice person in that city. Everyone is like, Bento, kya bol rahe hai?"
I think I might be in the minority then because I really liked Delhi when I went.
Because
But
you
you
were
saw
there
the
for like,
DLF mall, you
you
saw
went to-
Novotel, and you were holding hands with your friend.
Yeah, you were there for a very short period of time.
Yeah,
And you
that's
went
what
to
yeah,
the
that's
best
what
places.
I went for the Indian art fair.
Yeah.
Lot of bad bitches.
Bro, Delhi is just like a cunt-ass city. Bro.
I feel like the city, the landscape of the city is beautiful. If they just switch the people around, it'll be a really nice city
No, I feel
because it's got like historic value. It's got greenery, everything. It's
Yeah, I
just the
felt like it
people
was well
that.
maintained, like the.
No, that's
the
because
center
it's the
and
center
stuff.
Bro, but that's
capital,
what,
right?
there are certain areas that are super well maintained, and then they're like, yeah, fuck it, we don't have enough money for this, for the rest of the areas.
No, I feel so blessed to be from Kerala. Every time I go to Delhi, because I feel like God literally took all these people and they're like, go live in hell. Because that's what Delhi people are like, because they're so frustrated. Like you can hear the frustration even when they're honking. Here you honk, beep, if you want someone to move. There they're honking with their whole life depends on it. Like
Sharan, you honk here like your whole life depends
Well, I'm
on
a
it. So
Delhi guy.
please.
I'm a Delhi guy.
I'm a Delhi guy in
He's a
Kerala.
Delhi guy in
I'm a
Kochi.
Delhi guy in rehab.
Okay, let's battle it out. Okay, if you had to
South India.
choose which city,
South India.
if you had to choose a city to live in India, which city would you choose?
Cochin.
Aizal.
Where the fuck
Okay,
is that?
okay. Let's say
Bombay.
Cochin
For me,
is not
Bombay.
allowed. Let's stick to Chennai, Bangalore, Bombay,
Okay, the metros.
Delhi.
The metros, yeah.
Chennai fucking sucks ass.
You don't like
Fucking
Chennai?
Dirty ass, food poisoning ass.
Chennai?
Yeah, like
I didn't say good about some cities, so if you get cancelled, you can at least go live there.
Chennai, I would say Chennai has a lot of character.
Okay,
But if you're not concerned about hygiene, it's a great place.
hygiene wise, everybody's bad.
I feel like Bangalore is still better in terms of hygiene.
I like Bombay in comparison to
Yeah,
all
Bombay
of
is
these.
probably
After
best.
Cochin, I like
The
Bombay.
filthiest city has to be Calcutta.
Oh, maybe,
It
I don't know.
is so dirty. The laziest people. Like even if you enter a store in Calcutta, and I love Calcutta, if you enter a store in Calcutta, the person who's supposed to help you will just not get up. He will not move.
They're giving you your freedom to like roam around.
Yeah, no pressure. Here, dude, here, Ajwan, palm tree and all, bro, it's like the opposite. It's like there's
There are
like,
flies.
No, you enter and they start man marking you,
yeah,
bro.
bro, literally, they're like,
It's disguised unemployment.
It's fucked up because it puts a lot of pressure on me to buy something.
yeah, I don't want notes, but here I am buying 10, sparing like my life savings.
Because he's just looking at you, expecting you to pick up everything that you have a look at, and it's fucked up. Like I'll just pick up
Okay,
something.
but that's
just,
another extreme. I'm not saying flock around me like I'm like, I need attention. But if I'm asking to see a variety of things, you can at least like direct me to that like particular section or
He
whatever.
wants zonal marking, not man marking.
It's a really good one. It's a really good one.
But yeah, I think for me, like the best city to live in India at this point is Bombay, despite the pollution, despite the construction that's going on, because Bombay just feels like positive. I don't know why. Like I feel like I'm very motivated when I'm in that city. Because you see so many people around you constantly working to do something or the other in their life, like to achieve some goal that
it's
they
like
have.
LA. But in
No,
India.
it's like New York
Oh,
or London.
I just love La La Land.
LA is too laid
Have
back.
you been to LA?
LA is too laid back.
Have you been to LA for you to say that's laid back?
I've seen on
Never been to
TV.
LA,
No.
but she knows that Bombay is not LA. It's
No,
New
so
York.
I've never been to Bombay nor
Okay,
Chennai.
we now talk about your Europe. I mean, America.
no.
Go,
So I'm asking. So how's like the traffic there? Because I
In
hate
Bombay.
Bangalore
Bombay
traffic.
traffic sucks
Traffic
ass.
is bad.
It's worse
Bombay
than Bangalore.
traveling is
No, it's
terrible.
not worse than Bangalore.
Bangalore traffic is horrible. Like
Bangalore
when
is the worst.
See, you know what? I don't really mind traffic.
You can.
That's because you
Why?
can
Do you
sleep
I don't
anywhere.
understand why everybody has to complain
what
about
if you're
traffic.
driving?
Well, you're not driving. People who are in the Uber also complain. Oh, we have to sit in
Because
traffic
it's
for 1 hour.
I hate
Because you have to
traffic.
leave
Like I've
half an hour
literally.
earlier.
No, there
No,
are
but you can
times
just
when
sleep
I've
in the car. You can watch a movie in the
Yeah,
car. You can
and
just-
if there's traffic, there's always an excuse.
No, but
Yeah.
that's the thing, right? Like to me, Bombay is just the best city in India right now because it's like a cultural hotpot, like that, like people from everywhere, and everybody is just giving out positive vibes because everybody's got like there's no drama in life over there. Like people don't really have time to bother with what you're doing. They're just concentrating on like what they want to do in life. So like there's like some sort of motivation that seeps into you also. Like I have never been as productive as I was when I was in Bombay. Like every day, every single day, there was something or the other, whether it was law or like, studying or prepping for something else on the weekend or studying, or doing like dance classes or going and playing squash. Every single hour was so productive because of the people I was surrounded by.
Yeah, I think that's just the people, dude. Now you're with these folk. Right?
Yeah, but like, okay, I guess. No, but I just know, I don't know. Like Bombay it has everything. It's got history, it's got culture, it's got nightlife, it's got like good food, it's got like great getaways from Bombay. Like in an hour you can
Lonavala.
reach. Not in an hour you can reach Alibag, Lonavala, and a little bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's got like a lot of stuff you can do. Like you can go to Nasik and Sulavine and like do the entire.
So the
like,
best thing about Bombay is you can go to other places.
No, I'm just saying it's a very well located city because you're connected to everything else.
And I find Bombay way too like noisy and loud, and there's like too much going on for me because maybe Moscow is more quieter and Cochin is quieter. Like Bombay around 5-6 p.m. if I step out, like it's like a headache, like the traffic and it's too loud.
I
it's too much
agree with
going-
what you're saying, but the people in Bombay are really nice.
Yeah, people in Bombay are really
Super
nice.
helpful.
Yeah.
Everybody's like ready to help.
Yeah.
Everybody's ready to like.
Why are you whispering? You
Yeah,
say it
stop
loudly.
whispering, dude.
It's my Bombay voice.
When you speak nicely about someone, you always whispering.
What is that thing you said about people from Bandra? People from Bandra will destroy you and then say fair.
Fuck you.
Because it's the truth. It's generally like that.
Yeah, I think Bombay has a lot. Like I feel like people in Bangalore are more uniform, but like people in like Bombay and stuff, there are different pockets of society. Like people in Bandra are very different to people from other localities in Bombay itself. So that's very interesting to see.
Yeah. No, Bandra and like, I mean, I think there's always that whole sober versus the suburbs debate that keeps going on, and how sober people are super spoiled, etc.
Wait, were you staying in Sobo?
She's a
I
sober
prefer
girl, bro.
not to speak.
She's a sober girl, bro.
But yeah, I mean, literally Bombay, like things change like by the kilometer over there, and so do the people. But
Again, you're talking about leaving.
What?
Leaving.
In that way, I like Pune a lot better because Pune felt like Bombay, but much more calm, much drier.
I don't know. You know, my issue with cities like Pune and Bangalore are there are just too many college students there who really annoy me right
Okay,
now.
kill all of
That's
them.
fair.
So it's your age. That's to do with your age.
It's not my age. It's just that when you're in a college city or a town, you've got very different priorities. Whereas when you're a college student in another city, like in Bombay, you've got very different priorities. Like I know my friends who went to Bangalore for college versus what I was doing in college in Bombay, and it was like a world of a difference. Like there, I don't know. I just feel like people
So you're
aren't
shitting
How
on
so?
Christ,
I'm
St.
shitting on
Joseph's.
Christ.
How so?
because like I feel like,
Like Christ
none of
the
them
college,
were motivated
specify,
none of them were motivated to actually do well in college. It was all about like drugs and alcohol and partying.
Fair, that's the case in Bombay also, bro. Like if you go to NMIMS or if you go to NIFT, anywhere in Bombay.
Yeah, definitely depends on the college, I
Xavier's,
think.
bro,
'Cause
like,
I have
it's
friends
everywhere.
that
I
are
was
doing
in
drugs
Xavier's. I don't think
and
that was the
partying
case.
and
I don't know, like maybe in your time, but now it's very...
Now maybe, I don't
you
know.
just had smart friends.
Yeah, maybe
No,
you just
but, like-
surrounded yourself and you had that environment like...
Because I'm sure there are kids that are
No,
doing drugs in
see,
Xavier's.
Xavier's is not a massive college, right?
Yeah, leave it in the
if you're-
comments if you're from Xavier's and you're doing
And you
drugs.
see people doing drugs in the hallway, comment down below.
No, but like Xavier's is not a massive college, okay? At any given point of time, you will, regardless of who your immediate friend circle is, you will still interact with multiple people from different, who are doing different majors, etc., right? So I don't think the general culture there was to like only concentrate on where to get the drink from after college. It was more like, okay, what assignments are you doing? What do you want to do after college? It was more like trying to attain life goals
But I think
while having
that's
fun.
a college thing. That depends
Yeah.
on the college, not the place. Like I feel like attributing to that to Bombay as a whole is
Because
a
don't
little
you think
unfair.
there'll be like colleges that are similar, like that just have
I'm
a party
sure
culture in Bombay?
I
Jail
just
is very
feel when you're
similar
in
to, like Christ or St. Joseph's, where people just want to do drugs. And
Yeah.
I guess, I mean, but I don't know. I've seen this difference in at least my friends who went to different cities versus my friends who went to like a Bombay or who went abroad. I've seen that difference, and I attribute it to the place
But your
because
friends that were from Cochin or from Bombay?
from school, Cochin. And I attribute it to the place because I feel like at the end of the day, there's also only so much like a smaller town can provide you with, right? Say, for instance, people who go to Manipal University, there's only so much they can do after like their classes, right? Because there's not much that's available in a college town. Whereas when you're in Bombay, there's like, in a bigger city, there's like a lot more you can do, a lot more
Activity-wise.
activities you can delve in. So But I guess
No, I feel like Manipal, okay, if you want to do music, there are places to music. It's a college town, so it facilitates. I don't know what you mean by what is specifically not there for a college student. That is there in Bombay, but it's not there in
like
Manipal.
opportunities as such. Like in Bombay, you'll have like, because there's so many companies and there's so many like
So you're talking about work.
You mean
work-wise.
real-life work
yeah, like
experience.
real life experiences are lacking is what I feel.
Okay.
Because that's what in the end counts, right? Like,
Yeah.
and I say this because I've been through that sort of trajectory that unless you don't actually have real life experience, nothing you've studied in your books will make any difference. And when you're in a place which provides you with the opportunity to take up those real life experiences, it really changes the way your perception is of how the world works.
That being said, though, I find it much easier to work with people from Bangalore than with Bombay in my line of work. Like I find
what sense?
But I feel like Bombay and Delhi people tend to be tardy. They don't tend to care as much. Your work is your work. I don't care. Get me this on this time. And if they are late, it's okay. If you're late, it's a problem. But Bangalore, I find that people are much more understanding, much more tolerable, much more professional. They care about what you think of them. Like there's more communication there. I feel like with Bombay and Delhi, there's a layer of you're doing this work for me.
Like a hierarchy.
Yeah. But in Bangalore people I feel like are easier to talk to.
They give you like an equal status.
Yeah,
and, like, your opinion makes a difference to them.
Yeah. And like Bangalore-based companies also, I feel like maybe because it's not as fast-paced a life as it is in Bombay.
No, and I think it's also because it's startups, right? They have different work cultures in general. Like
yeah.
Bombay companies are like, if it's because it's the financial capital, it's mainly like your
Bigger
finance companies, your private equity, your whatever big law firms, etc., etc. So I feel like they have protocol in place which possibly doesn't work with freelancers.
Yeah.
But I mean, I get that. It's very hard to work with someone in Bombay. I understand that.
So my favorite city is Patna.
Patna.
Have you
Have you ever been to Patna?
There's clean water.
Oh, wow.
There's good,
Just Google all it.
There's good
Did Lalu
governance.
Prasad
Good
paying?
governance. No corruption. All kids are educated. 99%.
What? That has to be fake.
That has to be forged.
Yeah, he is lying, guys. Don't be so shocked.
Dude, we were in, no, you were not. So when we were in 12th, there came out a video of people in Bihar writing the 10th and 12th exams.
And the relatives are
Like
outside.
climbing the buildings.
Oh my
Climbing the
God.
buildings to give them answers.
Wow.
Like there's literally a video of a school and people are climbing the buildings from the side to look at the window and give them answers.
That's why I said Patna, they're just nice people.
99% literally.
They care.
They care. Imagine a dad and mom doing that in Kerala. Never. They won't give a fuck. They yell at you after you do badly.
That's fair.
But okay, I have a question. Which is the strangest place you've been to? And it's like you went with one notion and it completely like just distorted your view of that place.
Patna.
I don't know, for me it was Moscow. Like I didn't think
Moscow is a good Indian city.
it was not. I'm not talking about just India. I said place. I didn't say city in India.
What was Moscow like?
I don't know. I was so pleasantly surprised by how like
You thought it's just like
Yeah, that's because the Western media portrays
yeah. I mean,
Russia to
but
be a fucking...
but I only have Western media to access, right? I'm
Watch
not.
Eastern media, Russia Today.
So when I
Yes, we have visited Ukraine. We have visited
yeah,
Ukraine
you
today.
say, you
Go
say.
for it, go for
No,
it.
no, you say. I want to hear what you were saying.
No, I want to hear you.
No, but so we went to Russia in 2021. Okay, we did this trip because their parents live there. Sharan and Aryan's parents live there. And before I went to Russia, I didn't expect Russia to be that clean, to have such a good like public transport system going around. And it was just, I mean, like even the basics like produce was like so much better than what I thought. Because again, my consumption of anything on Russia is based on what the Western media like sort of puts out, right? But it's such a well organized city. It's got a good mix of city life and historical like value. And even Petersburg is like so European in terms of its architecture and like just touristic like vibes. It was great. Like I genuinely didn't think of Russia the way once I landed there.
How do you look so proud?
That's my city.
Just like Patna.
Sharan cleaned up the city before Shyamolie went.
No, but you know the funny story of when we reached Russia, and this is again, I was like, oh my god, Russia's scary. Like, I don't know if to be safe and all of that. Putin. Okay, so we're at the airport. And it was 5 of us, I think, traveling together. So Sharan's obviously visited Russia multiple times in the past, so he knows how this goes around, and he knows Russian, so that's also another benefit. So we're at the immigration counter and he's walked through, okay? So now at least 4 of us behind. So we all go to the 4 different counters and all of us are told to sort of wait back. Okay, and they've taken all our passports and we're in our mind ready to be deported and sent back to Delhi. And it was Gayu, Agram, Priya and me. And we're just like all super tense. Sharan's walked away.
How could you just leave them like that, bro?
What do you want me to do there, bro?
Like walk in the back.
No, I entered, bro.
He's entered, okay? He's like, I don't know these
Like, I'm
people.
back home.
I don't know these people. I'm going to go ahead. And the 4 of us are just stuck and we're all like freaking out, okay? Different levels. Like some people are showing it, some people are not showing it. And like the guy's just going through our passports. And every 20 minutes he'd come and like tease us. And he'd be like, and so because they'll read out the second name first. So it'll be like Mohan, Gayatri, and Gayu will like shiver. Then he'd read out Agram's name, Agram would shiver. And like that went on for like... and that went on for like an hour. And then we finally got back to the counters again. And at this point, so Agram is our friend who loves to talk, okay? The
He's
only
also
instruction we gave Agram was to not talk so that nothing goes wrong. And we reached the counters and again, it's like, so there are 4 counters, but the backs of 2 are facing the other 2, okay? So we can see each other, but the immigration officers can't see themselves. And then we're so I think Agram's immigration officer was asking Agram something, but because I was so nervous, I started answering across the counter. So it was like just a hodgepodge, but finally we made it through. And since then, Russia has been great. But yeah.
What's your weight? Shyamolie's like 58. Like fucking liar.
But it was really, dude, the whole experience was insane because, again, of how Western media has told us what Russians are like.
I feel like I've shared on Agram like way too much. And not just this
I feel
episode.
like you should say something nice to him.
Okay, yeah. So how is
Your favorite city?
in India, other than Cochin, if you had to live somewhere, what would you pick?
I definitely
No,
pick
Patna.
Patna.
I'd pick Chennai.
Really?
Yeah. Chennai feels like Kochi but on steroids, but not as big as Bangalore.
Did you get
or
food poisoning
Bombay.
there?
No, I got food poisoning in Bangalore.
Why didn't you go to Loyola?
I didn't get into Loyola, man.
Oh, my bad, bro.
Oh, shit.
My bad, G.
So yeah, I like Chennai because I don't know. There's an energy in the city. It like mimics its movies and its music and its sports. Like people really love when they really love something. They really love it. They're fully, extremely passionate about it. Like when it comes to like Rajinikanth in movies or like Vijay, or there are like countless number of stars. And at the same time, like Anirudh in music and A.R. Rahman and basically gods. And even in cricket, like the way they support Chennai Super Kings, I don't think any other set of people do. So there's a different energy about Tamilians which I really like to see. And it's also, I feel like it's a really nice city because there's like the beach and there's like enough things to do, but not like overkill like in Bangalore or Bombay. So
And the people are really sweet, actually.
people are really sweet.
Yeah.
I don't really, I mean, like heat is not really a problem for me because it can be hot. So
It's not a
Heat
problem
is not
for
a
me.
problem because it can be hot.
They should have sent you to Padalo.
but like, yeah, I like Chennai. Chennai is nice.
What are you, bro?
I've never been to Chennai.
You know been to Chennai also?
How many places have you been to in India?
Very few in India.
How do you like Bangalore?
Man, the traffic really got on my nerves.
And the women?
The women really
Got on
got on
my
my
traffic.
nerves.
And the men?
The men?
Bangalore, I just couldn't see myself living there because I get annoyed by traffic really quick. And the way people drive there, man, oh my God. Like they take every single gap, they break all the rules they can break. I just couldn't see myself living there.
I feel like Bangalore has a certain sense of lawlessness. Like you keep seeing videos of like
Yeah,
people
I got
beating up
assaulted.
cops. Yeah, you got assaulted.
It's like GTA.
Yeah, it's like people don't have any respect for. It's like Delhi but in the south.
And even the cops don't really care
Oh, the
about
cops
you, I
are
feel.
cops are fucking weird. Like if they know you're Malayali, then they'll just treat you like shit.
Yeah, like they'll just even the worst are the auto drivers there. Like it's like they will charge you an arm and a leg to travel 500 meters.
So what about
I've
the
lost
rest
so
of the
many
world?
arms and legs.
What about the rest of your body?
Which city would you pick?
Jamshedpur, bro.
What is wrong
My
with
boy,
this guy?
my boy Tanish Rajendra. It's from Jamshedpur.
You
He's a great guy.
don't have been to Jamshedpur
How can you say that?
because you haven't.
I went to Jamshedpur once. It was my summer,
In your
my
dreams?
16th summer. The steel, bro. The ore, the mining.
Just shut up.
You know, Ratan Tata started his first mine there in Jamshedpur.
Yeah, because he's from there.
Ratan Tata's grand. Yeah, it's Ratan Tata. the
Jamshedji
first.
Tata.
Ratan Tata.
It's called-
Jamshedji Tata, yeah, like that guy.
That
My
guy.
boy Tanishk is his great grandson's friend.
That's why the Tata has a jewelry wing called Tanish.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what the meaning of Tanish is?
I love
Love yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy
Tan-
loves himself.
love your body, basically.
That guy loves his body. I love Tanish. Shout out to Tanish.
Yeah, it's time for a break,
Oh,
guys.
yeah, stay for a break.
Stop looking at baddies, bro.
Sorry.
That's a good song, though, no?
No. The baddies are good.
Are we doing your favorite city?
Yeah, I'm done. I did my favorite. Jamshedpur.
Jamshedpur can't be a favorite city, bro.
How can
Have an opinion, bro.
Jamshedpur? How can you say about Jamshedpur, bro? Are you crazy?
Okay, name one road in Jamshedpur.
Huh?
Name one road. I know you heard of the
Mahatma Gandhi Nagar. MG Road.
That's probably a fucking MG road there, man.
What do you guys think of Mahatma Gandhi?
He did a lot of good.
Did some bad.
Did some bad.
What is a bad?
Some baddies.
Yeah.
Slept next to women. Without
I
touching
think
them.
shut up. Get the other stuff.
No, I agree with what Aryan is saying. I'm gonna let him say it.
Yeah.
What did he do, bro?
Yeah,
He didn't do, but he slept with them.
wanted to test his limits. So,
But is that proof of this? No. What is the accusation?
The accusation is that he used to get young girls to sleep next to him
Yeah.
and he wouldn't touch them. He'd just get them to sleep next to him. So that to test his
But like younger, like they like fully clothed.
16,
everybody
17,
fully
18.
clothed.
Yeah. I think they were fully clothed.
I mean, but still forcing someone to sleep next to you is
Oh,
not
they're forced to sleep next to him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no
I mean, they were
one-
like, I mean, what are you going to say? It's not
yeah,
forced.
it's like you're asking from a position of power.
Yeah, you can't
Like
really say
your
no to Mahatma
Gandhi,
Gandhi.
bro.
The father
Yes,
of the nation is
I'll sleep
asking
with
you.
You have to sleep next to him. Like, what are you going to say? No.
The man.
Hey, you want to come sleep with me? Nah. Me and the boys going to play FIFA tonight. You want to come? What are you going to say to Gandhi?
but so that is the.
That's the allegation.
Like, he
there's
was a
lot of other shit.
womanizer,
So
basically.
he didn't. So there's a salt march, and he didn't let his wife join it. He used to beat his wife a lot. Apparently, he used to beat his kids. Apparently, he's about that violence at home.
what do you guys think about the whole ahimsa thing?
Dope.
Like where you.
No,
If
the
you get slapped
Peaceful
once, you
protest.
throw
whole
another-
peaceful protest thing. A lot of
Ahimsa basically
Oh,
is-
peaceful protest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot of
To
people
be-
that have voiced their opinions against it said that it was a wrong move.
Why?
Said that we would have got independence.
That's like
much-
They were
Bhagat
haters,
Singh.
bro.
Like Bhagat Singh was of the thought that you need to go all out, like, Subhash Chandra Bose and all of them.
organized violent
Yeah.
efforts against the British. Because if
And-
you looked at like a pure numbers basis, we outnumbered them when they
But,
initially
like-
came, right?
But like in terms of equipment and stuff,
I'm just asking what you guys
No,
think.
I feel like if you look at any other country after independence, they've all fucked up. Like if you look at most of the Commonwealth African countries, because I think they gained back power through military forces. That's been the status quo. Like
Yeah.
everyone, they've set an example, and now everyone's trying to gain power through.
There's no stability.
There's no stability. But with India, we managed to do like we had guns without the guns, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And we
Like,
set
gun.
up a demo.
We had cricket. And Amir Khan.
That's how we want independence.
Yeah, that's how you want independence, bro. It's the shit.
but I mean, I'm
But How do you know that it took longer because we practiced?
I mean, there's no proof of that. In
it's just
retrospect,
a
everything can be
theory.
like questioned. But
Yeah, but who cares? That was like 100 years ago.
no, but like for instance, I know if Sharan was in that position, violence would be
No.
his go-to.
No.
What do you mean?
Shahrukh Chedda would never.
If Sharan could do something without lifting a finger, he would.
This is
And what did
Sharan
Gandhi do?
Chedda ka
He just sat there.
chamcha.
Gandhi he walked a lot. He walked a bunch.
I like walking.
That's Saturday on one phone call.
Yeah.
That's the dandy
I
march,
love
bro.
walking and talking.
That's the dandy march.
But could you have done it without a phone?
No, but if I had an Apple Watch, yeah. How many steps do you think?
Gandhi.
I think Gandhi on his Apple
I got
Watch.
it on Apple Watch.
For today, new I scored 12,000 steps.
Bro, 12,000 is nothing, bro.
I wonder how many kilometers. Then from there, one step is like 1 meter, and then from that we can judge the number of steps.
Bro,
you do.
let's see how
One
far
step is
Gandhi
1
marches.
meter?
One step is approximately 1 meter.
We really are jobless.
No, but
No,
like
but
Gandhi had a
the-
great
yeah.
body. He was lean as fuck.
Yeah.
Gandhi would definitely have had an Apple Watch if he was living
like,
today.
If Gandhi was
No,
there
I feel
today,
like he would support the Indian brands, bro. Boat or like.
Fireball.
Make in India.
Fireball.
Oh, it wouldn't be Virat Kohli, it'd be Gandhi.
Adidas and Butter are having a collaboration.
yeah. They're
What?
partnering.
Yeah, but
It's in the last stages,
yeah.
the talks, but they are
Are you
partnering
mad?
in India.
Imagine school shoes, bro.
No,
Did
I feel like you
everybody
get
know
roasted like it's
growing
not
up that
Adidas.
Bata was not an Indian company?
Swiss, yeah,
It's
yeah.
what?
It's Czech, right?
Swiss.
Swiss.
Check.
Check.
Yeah, I don't
You know
think it's
Maggie's
Swiss.
not Indian?
Yeah, Nestle.
I had no fucking idea, bro.
That's fucked up.
I thought
bro.
Amitabh
that's,
Bachchan started
that's
it.
a bad education.
Amitabh, why do you think Amitabh
He wasn't one of
Bachchan?
those ads, no?
So all the guys who were in the ads is what we started.
So all movies are real.
Milano. After having sex with that white woman.
Shah Khan started Hyundai.
You know, for the longest time, my parents didn't tell me movies were not real. Okay, and
What, you thought it was a
no, I
documentary?
genuinely thought that these people are actual like living beings. They're not characters in a fictional movie. And I was 6 years old when we went to see this movie called Raju Chacha. Okay, and now I think my dad resembles a little bit like Rishi Kapoor. Okay, like I don't know if you know who Rishi Kapoor is. It's Ranveer Kapoor's dad, and I feel like my dad resembles him a bit. And in this movie, Raju Chacha, Rishi Kapoor is the father of 3 kids. Their mother is dead, I think. And there's like this whole battle for his wealth. He's really wealthy and his family wants to take his wealth away from the children, etc., etc. And so they plot this murder of Rishi Kapoor. And I'm thinking it's my dad on screen, okay, while this is happening.
Isn't he sitting next to you also?
No, he wasn't with me.
Oh.
It was just my aunt and me because we were in Gwalior and my dad was in Cochin. And I'm like, oh my god, my dad's in like on the screen, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I shouldn't say blah, blah, blah. People hate it. But yeah, my dad's on screen. And so this accident happens on screen and this Rishi Kapoor dies in the movie. I am howling in the theater because I think it's my dad. My aunt still didn't have the foresight to tell me it's not your dad.
No, did you
it's
tell
a
her like
movie.
that's Papa or like whatever?
Yeah, I am howling. I'm crying for
You're
my
like,
dad.
Papa mar gaya.
I'm not American.
Shut up. I'm watching a movie. I need to put this on my letterbox.
No, and literally everybody in the theater is turned around very concerned. And my aunt is still watching the movie. And it was such a bad thing for me that my dad had to fly into Gwalior just to calm me down because I genuinely thought it was it. And yeah, I don't know why I said the sad story.
That's kinda
And the same thing happened when I was watching Kahona Pyara and Hrithik Roshan dies
I
in
love that
that.
movie.
Who did you think was Hrithik Roshan, your brother?
No. I just had a huge crush on Hrithik Roshan.
Hrithik Roshan.
This is like in Kalhora when Shah Rukh Khan dies.
Yeah.
I didn't genuinely thought Shah Rukh Khan died.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to keep thinking Shah Rukh Khan was like living various lives.
Yeah.
And then when he came in the next movie, he was like, "What the fuck?" He died.
Which is the song where they go?
It's the time to disco.
Yeah,
Vedana Kena.
No, that's
So-
Kaluna.
is it?
That's Kalhora?
It's the time to disco
So,
song now.
Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna and Kal Ho Na Ho, I thought they were one movie. Like I thought it was one cinematic universe. I mean, I thought it was all real life.
Cinematic universe. I mean, you're not wrong. But
Did you see how long the Gandhi walked?
387 kilometers.
Yeah, I was just thinking of that.
That's a fuck ton.
387,000 steps. It's not a lot. You do that in 387 days.
How do you know 1 kilometer is how many steps?
He's taking an
1,000 meters is 1 kilometer. One step is
1 kilometer
around
in
1 meter.
steps, 1,500 steps. So it's a lot
I
more
mean,
than
depends. Maybe it's twice of that.
It takes bigger steps.
Yeah, maybe
Jumping.
Gandhi took small. Yeah, no, he probably had to take small steps because there were kids and shit. Right?
no, and also like
Wait,
the
why
longer
were the
you
kids,
walk,
but
the
why was
smaller
the
your
wife not allowed?
steps.
He liked kids, bro. He'd
No, he
rather
was like
sleep with
he
kids
was
than
he
his
was
wife.
very prejudiced against women also apparently.
Like he was dominating. That way.
Yeah.
How could Gandhi dominate anyone, bro?
Yeah.
I mean, he dominated the British. They walked out of
Did
the
he
country.
But I feel like we should have somebody new on the note. It would be like,
Yeah,
imagine.
who should
No,
we have on
please.
the note?
This is not. I hope it's not
What?
the
Who
current
should we have?
people
What?
in power.
Who should we have on the new notes?
On the new note.
Like Gandhi,
Besides
yeah, we
Mahatma
should have
Gandhi.
him on the notes for sure.
But
I feel
just
we
maybe
need
like
new-
one note,
I
right?
mean, we need to unlock new characters.
Who should be on the note? Mammootty. Dulquer Salman. Oh my god. Dulquer Salman went on beer biceps. Okay, the episode after I insulted that guy, he went on beer biceps.
Who
It should have
insulted
been
who?
us.
You have to specify who you insulted. Dulquer or Beer
No, I insulted beer biceps. What kind of a name is beer biceps anyway? How can you host like fucking ministers of the country having a name called beer biceps? That's like a fucking
No, they've changed the name of the show.
like a game username. No, it's the Ranveer show.
हमको सर एक पॉडकास्ट में आना है. कौन सा पॉडकास्ट? बियर बाइसेप्स. हाँ, मैं आऊंगा. That's how that conversation with the
Dulquer,
cabinet
beer is
goes.
haram. How could you do that? How could you go on that show? We're legit here. We're in Cochin. Okay, I know you shifted to Chennai recently, but
How
still,
do you know this?
I know.
Stalker.
Like you could have just texted us.
I'm sure Fahim has put air tags in his jeans or something.
369 number plate.
Fahim
What?
has pickpocket.
Yeah, all the
his
cars
number, all
are
his cars.
369.
Okay.
I think it should be Ambedkar on the new notes.
Why?
Just do the G. I like his style.
I feel like with Dulquer Salman and Ambedkar, the Dulquer Salman notes should do better.
Like when you see Ambedkar's photos, I think he just looks cool. Like it just looks nice. Gandhi not so much. He looks kind of scary. Like aesthetically for the note. Ambedkar's got that face. He's that
And that
dog.
fade.
He's got that fade. Yeah.
I don't think that's a fade, but okay.
What about you, Shaman?
Who would you want on the note?
Honestly, I don't think anyone's
Chhatrapati
worthy.
Shivaji.
The note should not have any human
Face.
being. Yeah.
Should have a dog.
Should have
It should
Taj
be the
Mahal.
national flower, the national
Mahal.
animal. Why Taj Mahal
Please.
of all things? Please, okay. Okay, I'll tell them. Fahim said please. Who? What about you?
Oh no.
This is a great question, actually.
Actually, yeah, this is a fucking great question.
So say? Don't say yourself.
No, why would I say myself? I'm thinking. Wait, let me think.
Who should be on the note? Ronaldo or Messi? Guys, Ronaldo or Messi should be on the note, guys.
I think it should be.
Can't take this long.
Man, I swear beer biceps gonna end up on the fucking note. I'm sick of that guy, man. Fuck!
Why do you hate him?
Because he got Dulquer.
Is he because he's successful?
No, he also pushes like one very specific narrative, a very right-wing narrative, and he only has right-wing politicians on his shows
Yeah.
or conspiracy theorists that push right-wing propaganda. But he always says he's a fence-sitter. He doesn't have the balls to admit what side he's on. And then he went and took Dulquer Salman. No, that was the
I
final
just
nail
don't
on
like the
coffin.
way he speaks. Like, oh, sir. Sir, please continue, sir.
No, and he's
Sir,
got
please.
He's
Yes,
asking,
yes,
he's
sir,
asking
yes.
Dulquer, so you met your wife before you were a movie star. How is it coming from nothing to being such a big star? Bro, he was Mammootty's son. He was Mammootty's son. What the fuck do you mean nothing? I would have done so much of a better job. It should just be me and Dulquer.
Okay, what would your first question, Dulquer, be?
Yeah, what if you
Oh
ever
shit,
met him?
no, that's a lot of pressure. I don't know.
Your first question, not your only
If you,
question.
met
First
him, if
question.
you met him and he says, hey, what do you say first?
Just you have like 5 seconds to ask him.
5 seconds to ask him anything.
Yeah.
5 seconds to ask him anything. Oh my god.
Come on, go on.
Can I kiss you?
What?
Is that
Yeah,
fine?
That's a
Yeah,
very first
that's
question.
fair. And
5
if he-
seconds.
But I
5
feel like
seconds
he'd
is
have
not
heard
much.
that a lot.
And
Would you
if
want
he
to change
says
that?
no,
He'd be like, no. Then he'll like, that's exactly how he'd say it. No.
Fuck, what would the first question... You'll see when Dulquer comes on. You'll see. I'll do such a great job, I swear. It'll be the only episode like I actually prepare for.
Who do you think should be on the note?
I think it should be.
That comedian who was in jail for too long.
Which one is that?
I don't know. There's quite a few of them, no?
No, only one guy went to jail, man.
Yeah, that guy.
No, why would he?
Rana
be on the-
Ayub.
That's not a comedian.
Who's Rana Ayub?
Journalist.
Did this Rana Ayub go to jail?
I don't know.
They had put some journalists in jail. I think she was a part of that.
Rana's a guy. No, it's a
She's a
woman.
girl.
Rani.
Rani. Yeah, exactly.
We are the only podcast where the right wing will cancel us and the left wing will also cancel us. And whatever is left in the middle
Because
will also
we are the
cancel us.
actual fence sitters.
No, bro. Whatever's sitting in the middle, they won't get us because they're not
They're not interested.
well read.
That's why they're in the middle.
Man,
They don't know English.
he still didn't answer the note question.
Because he doesn't have an answer. He's just dodging the bullet.
I don't know.
Xi Jinping.
Why would we
Why?
have the Chinese guy?
It's a variety.
I don't know. I don't have anybody on
I
the
can't with Aryan. Bro.
Yeah, that's what
First
I
jump
think it
shit.
should be. It should be symbols of India, not people.
What about the guy who won the javelin throw? Neeraj Chopra. He's so hot also.
Yeah.
He'll be so good
Yeah, I
on
feel
the
like
note.
that's a good
But then
representation.
what about the
Jack out to that
other?
note.
What about the other gold medalists then?
Abhinav
How do you
Bindra.
choose?
No, it's the only gold medalist in athletics, right?
Milka Singh.
In
why
athletics,
would
yeah,
you
but
say
we've
that?
got
Athletics
like,
is better than it's like science versus humanities.
Dude, Abhinav Bindra was in shooting, bro.
That's lame as fuck, bro.
Yeah, shooting's
lame as fuck. You just pull a trigger.
listen.
He hits the target, bro.
No, athletics is
Imagine
so much
him in
cooler.
the US.
Athletics is so much cooler. In the US, he'd just be a normal civilian.
No, he'd be great.
If the US sent one of their Republican voters, they would have won the whole thing.
Yeah.
We won because they had elections or something.
Oh my
No, shooting's
god.
lame, okay? But Neeraj Chopra, that's just cool.
Yeah, you could jack out
That's
to that
just
note.
like primal strength, you know? Like he
Yeah.
would have gone hunting and shit. That's cool as fuck.
Okay. Can I segue?
I think we should get Virat Kohli.
On the note,
Why?
Why not Dhoni?
Because he chokes in every World Cup.
he's messy but without the
I feel
fixing.
like
Without the
Dhoni,
win.
Without the fixing.
I feel like it's
6
like,
goals, 4 assists overall.
Just shut the fuck up, bastard. I feel like not Dhoni because I don't know. Dhoni had a
from
collective
Bihar.
behind him. He's from Jharkhand.
Fuck, close enough. Same thing, bro.
I think he had like a helping hand.
What
from,
has
like,
Virat Kohli done?
No, just hear me out.
Anushka.
First of all, it's not Virat. It's Virat.
Like,
Okay, I'm sorry, Kohli.
Dhoni simply because, like, when he won the World Cup, he gets all the plaudits for it. But like, the person who actually won the World Cup for us is Gambhir and Yuvraj.
Yuvraj.
Yeah, like nobody ever fucking talks about Yuvraj Singh except for Yogiraj Singh, who's Yuvraj Singh's dad, who keeps shitting on Dhoni all the fucking time.
You saw how Harbhajan Singh responded?
What did he say?
So, like, I think a Chennai Super Kings fan was saying that just praising Dhoni for the World Cup win.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, like there weren't 11 people playing with
Yeah.
him.
So
or
I
some
feel like
shit.
Dhoni's is just like, it's just fandom. I don't think, I mean, yes.
What
he
about
is-
his captaincy, bro?
Don't you think he's the one who sort of facilitated
I mean,
it?
no. So, for example, the fact that they won the World Cup is definitely not on Dhoni. It is on Yuvraj Singh. 100%. I remember the quarterfinals. I remember the semi-finals. I remember the finals.
But what about
Finals
the
not so much,
strategy part of it? Like, isn't Dhoni the one deciding certain things and stuff and like bringing the team together? Isn't that
I mean,
what
but
the
that's his job.
See, like
That's
a
his
team
job. That doesn't
leader,
mean-
a team leader doesn't necessarily have to be the best player in the team, right? He has to be someone who can harness the strengths of your players.
No, I completely agree with you.
See,
but-
Ronaldo in the World Cup,
Oh my
benched, didn't do anything on the field, didn't do anything to push the team. Dhoni, he at least got a strategy right.
You don't
Maybe
need to
great
give that
TikToks.
analogy all the time.
I'm just reminding everyone Ronaldo choked and will never win a World Cup ever again.
your bastard. Remove your mundu. No, but I feel like he gets too much like praise for what he has done in the World Cup when it should be like not even equally shared. I feel like other people are more deserving. That's exactly why Gautam Gambhir is angry for the rest of his life. You always see him, he's like this. Because he's so mad. He hit 97 runs and nobody fucking talks about him. I would be mad.
That's stick cricket though.
Huh?
He's on stick cricket though.
They're all on stick.
My bad, G.
But Virat Kohli, I don't know. I feel like
He's not on stick cricket.
shut the fuck up.
Is he on stick
Aryan's
cricket?
high on
Everybody's on
Everyone's
stick
on
cricket.
stick
as
Virat
well.
Kohli's on stick cricket?
There's only a stick and a name. And they add
Yeah.
the skin tone, that's it.
And they changed the name to like Vabrat Boli or something so that they don't get copyright. But Virat Kohli, I feel like, has inspired a whole generation. The way the Indian cricket team is fit is kind of because Kohli got fit.
But what about
The way-
achievements?
Achievements, man. Like, achievements will come. We'll win the World Cup in 2 months.
Okay.
The World
you
Cup's
heard
in
it
2
here
months?
first.
Huh?
World Cup's in 2 months?
Yeah.
In October.
It's in India this time.
Yeah. But I feel like overall, as a human being, I mean, things have not gone his way in terms of like winning. But like, not everything's about winning, is it?
What?
Interesting take. We'll use this clip for later.
No, but see, the fitness thing, if it's this generation that's so anal about fitness, but they don't win anything, the next generation might win something.
Yeah.
Like it's a culture that
It's a
he's
generational
created,
change, yeah.
And that he has created alone. Like, he has literally picked up the mantle and he's inspired so many people. While Dhoni winning the World Cup,
They won it fat, bro. That's a great achievement.
yeah, but they won
Which
it.
is why
it was
strategy played more of a role there.
It was a whole team of people. There was Tendulkar, there was Raina, there was Harbhajan Singh. Did you call Tendulkar fat, bro? I don't know what all you have said before this, but now you're definitely fucked.
But, okay.
Who do you think is better, Virat Kohli or Tendulkar?
100% Virat Kohli.
Yeah, even I like Kohli way more.
1000% Virat Kohli.
Actually, my all-time favorite cricketer is Rahul Dravid.
Yeah, mine too. But Virat Kohli 100% better than Tendulkar. Tendulkar is one of the greatest, but like he cared so much about his personal achievements. Also, that might be
He
because,
wasn't
like,
a team player, yeah.
Also, maybe when he was in the Indian cricket team initially, he was the one carrying it. So I think that just like carried on to his latter half of the career. But like Kohli doesn't give a fuck about his achievements. Like he obviously cares to get some hundreds and 50s and shit. But like he's like, I want India to win. I want India to
The
win.
larger
Spirit,
picture is what
yeah.
matters to him.
Just not
the
winning.
Spirit. Shut up.
My
I
favorite.
don't know enough about cricket to argue.
My favorite.
You saw Messi winning the League Cup with Miami?
I cannot do another Messi
we
Ronaldo
don't talk-
discussion.
we
I
don't
will
talk
walk out.
Let's talk about Messi. Like
No
how
need.
great is he?
Let's talk about AP Dhilon and that new
We can talk about
video.
AP Dhilon.
Yeah.
The fuck do you
Have
want to
you
say about
seen
AP
his-
Dhilon? Every girl is reposting that fucking story.
I still
and
haven't seen that
saying,
story, bro.
Us when? But these same women will go clubbing every single week expecting to find their man there.
At the club.
So you have a problem with
And
women
instead,
going
Fahim is
clubbing?
waiting there.
No, wait, you have a problem with women
Fahim is
going
waiting in
clubbing?
the pub.
Yeah, you have a problem with women go to the club.
No, I just don't like clubbing. I'm anti-clubbing. For
So where
men
are
and
you
women.
waiting for the women
for men
to
and
come?
women.
We need to make a montage of all the times we've got Fahim dancing in a club. Right after he says this.
But yeah, that song has now gone
I didn't even
viral.
know it was a new song.
And it's apparently
I
his
thought it was
actual girlfriend.
I thought it was a fan edit for the girl.
No.
No, it was like his announcement. Like
That
hard
they dated?
launch. Yeah.
Hard launch. There's a soft launch.
Yeah, soft launch is like when you post their silhouette on your Instagram
Yeah.
story.
Or
and you
like just
tag
their
them.
hand or something.
Or like
Are
a
you
blurry
serious?
photo.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Once I get a girlfriend, I'm soft launching her.
But wait. As content creators, we need to break this down. He took videos of his girlfriend and sent it to an editor and was like, said what exactly? What is the brief? What do you guys think the brief was?
I genuinely.
No, I think the editor is in love with her. Not him. He didn't go to CapCut and decide to like put those shots together.
No, but wait, they're telling me the video was not an actual directed music video, but
No,
it
it's
was
not
a
a
video.
directed
No, it
Music
was
video.
like
It's on the
clips
phone.
of them.
Oh, that is so cute.
Yeah, like on
Yeah.
vacation and
Us
stuff.
when for him.
And who took the videos?
They had a
You
videographer.
No, some were him, some were like
her, some
selfies.
was her, yeah.
Some was her.
But they
Someone
had
plays
It was very raw and
tripod.
genuine, which is why.
Somewhere? Tripod.
But it was a really sweet video. Like, it really made the singles feel single.
What about the unhappy doubles? I feel like they'd be more upset.
Unhappy doubles. Yo.
My man never does this. My man never took
Then
me to
they have
Gaurav.
they have a reason to like find something better for themselves.
Yeah.
I
Clearly
recently
it's
found
not-
out that Brown Monday was by him.
Oh yeah,
Who do you think it was by?
That was like,
I didn't care.
it was a banger.
It was in Jay-Z.
Do you think AP Dhilon or Bacha?
AP.
Dhilon.
bro, shut
AP.
up. Such a bad
There's no
comparison.
comparison.
First of all, Yo-Yo Honey Singh is the god.
Okay,
Yeah,
Yo-Yo
yeah,
Honey
God.
Singh. Okay, fine.
Is Yo-Yo Honey Singh the Aaj Blue Hai Pani Pani one?
Yeah.
No, AP.
Yeah, Honey
And
Singh.
Fuck, Honey Singh did
Blue eyes,
Lungi Dance.
hypnotize.
Honey Singh did Teri
Dhilon-
Kalakar,
Dhil-
Blue
yeah.
Eyes. He did.
Dhilon could never.
He's
Yeah, because
he's
he
just
doesn't
something
want
else.
to.
No, he's Jerry, you
Dhilon
can't
made
compare.
it insane.
Yeah, and
Excuses.
but all of Dhilon's songs are the same.
Yeah, see, you can't compare. It's like comparing Maradona to like, I don't know, Salah.
But
Salah
like,
is having good
what
run.
even is Aaj Blue Hai Pani 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 Pani
Versatility.
Pani?
Yeah, tera superstar.
Same guy, shout out Travis Scott.
Jane Hanudar. यार तेरे तू मेरा छाड़ दे छाड़ दे छाड़ दे छाड़ दे तू मेरा
Lungi dance, lungi dance,
Yeah,
lungi
he's-
dance,
he's
lungi dance,
like-
lungi
He
dance,
doesn't
lungi
have
dance,
more
lungi
words
dance.
in his-
lungi dance,
Listen,
but now with Travis Scott.
He doesn't have words in his vocabulary.
Yeah,
He
no,
uses
look
the
at us
same
memes.
All
word
the Rajini
100
fans.
times.
There's no auto-tune there.
It's not about
And the
auto-tune. What about lyrics?
And the production,
Angrezi beat.
and the production is so fire, and like how he brings all the elements
The
together.
production was on fire because of Yo-Yo Honey Singh. The production was fire because of Shah Rukh Khan.
No, he
No,
was.
Angrezi beat.
Oh, okay.
That was a callback to what I was saying about
Beat.
Travis Scott.
No, not just you. All the fuckers in the comment section also saying same thing. Fuckers
But
don't know the difference in production.
Yo-Yo
Have you
Honey
ever
Singh
produced
uses 4
anything?
words in his
Yeah.
songs and that's
What
it.
did you produce?
I helped Eldo produce in his
No,
bedroom.
I mean not you. I mean like them.
As a
Oh,
collective.
them, yeah. I have.
You helped Eldo produce in his bedroom
Yeah.
in isolation.
No, music. Yes, that shit. I don't know what it's called, bro.
Yeah.
You get me, right?
The MIDI.
Yeah, the MIDI.
Shout out to Eldo and his
Wait,
music.
so Yo-Yo over AP for you?
I'm kidding, AP.
No, but I'm saying that's what you guys might personally
I
like.
can't
Milky
fight
more.
with more 15-year-old kids on Instagram. I choose peace.
The P in AP stands for peace.
Yeah.
What does AP stand for?
But you know what? I feel...
Arvinder Palag.
Odemar
Okay, how long until-
Odemar Pige.
How long until they break up?
I would give it 2 years.
The virality of
But-
the song ends, they break up.
Why do you think they'll break up?
Because of the song.
Do you think
Because
love
the
is
editor
just
smashes.
fake?
The editor gets it.
Her name is Banita Sandhu.
Sandhu.
She's an actress or something?
She's a model, no?
She's
Actually.
an actress.
Banita Sandhu.
Maybe a model also.
It's the
But
same thing.
she's cute. She looks nice.
It's nice, yeah. I really
Banita
like. I like both of them together.
Could you date a girl named Banita Sandhu?
Nah.
Even if she looks like Banita Sandhu.
Bro, she looks better than all your girls.
What are you
put
gonna call her?
together.
Bunny?
That's not
Yeah,
true.
it's a good
That is,
nickname.
that is
That's definitely not
100%.
true.
Huh?
That's definitely not true.
Dude, I see the girls you've been with. 100%.
I've not been with any girls, bro. What are you saying?
You're not been. If there are any girls who's been with Fahim,
Leave it in the comments
you
below.
can leave it in the comments below. You can create a fake profile. I don't care. Just leave it there.
And just tell us whether you think Banita looks better than
Than
you.
you.
And do you feel like you were good? Or was Fahim good? If Fahim was bad, let us know that also.
No, okay, so the question is, would AP be with any of the girls you've been with?
100% no.
Yeah, I think so.
He'd be singing Brown Monday if
If
he
he
was
saw
with
the
these girls.
aura. Yeah.
It's not about looks, Sharan.
He'd be with
Bro,
them.
how you like
It's about what's on the inside.
a lot of famous men sleep with clap people, like that's very common.
What is
So you're
clap
saying all the girls
people?
you've been with are clap.
That's not what I said. But I'm saying like it's not
That is what you said, bro.
you're
That's
saying,
what you
like,
said, bro.
Would AP sleep with women?
Bro, you just shot yourself in the face. You got clapped.
I didn't even know clap was a term we're using now.
Now we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck.
I think we should call it a
Onam.
Onam. A Shamsakal. Yes?
On my shop, cigar. Do it, man. Wrap it up, bitch.
Guys, before this ends, I just want to say they put me in hail for the last episode. And I wasn't allowed to speak. Oh shit, this is going to go up before that.
No.
No.
My bad.
That-
Oh, this will go before that.
no, this Wednesday, what's coming up?
All this Wednesday we'll make that go.
Yale, and
Yeah.
then next week, okay.
Oh shit, yeah, guys,
So
I'm out
what?
of Yale now. Let's go, Yale gang.
You said Hale right now. Now it's Yale.
It
Yeah,
is Yale
Yale.
initially.
Yale.
Yale or Hale?
Yale.
Yale.
Depends where you're
First of
from.
all,
If you're in Mexico, it's Yale.
Yeah, now the
If you're in
university.
Netherlands, where they speak Dutch, it's Yale.
Yale.
I want to keep this going. I'm going to get a t-shirt called
Yale.
Yeah.
But spelled Y-A-I-L.
Jail. Jail, but I'll write where they speak in Dutch.
That's a long fucking t-shirt.
It's oversized.
So
Only Agram can wear it.
Why must we shit on Agri?
I don't know.
Not
I don't
me.
know why I do it. I think I
There's
don't
one
know.
person.
Yeah,
I just
he-
miss him. I really miss him.
What will you do when you see him for the first time? After he comes
Apologize.
back?
Go on our next buddy cop adventure.
Will you
23 Jump
produce
Street.
with him in the bedroom like you did with
Yeah, you guys actually ate 23 Jump Street.
Yeah,
Timon and Pumbaa.
23 Jump Street. I miss him,
Timon
bro.
and Pumbaa, who else is there? Stinky and Brain.
Who's that?
Laurel and Hardy.
I don't know what that is.
Bunty or Bubbly?
Buntier. Paheli and Bujo.
Let's just stick
Paheli and Bujo. You know
no,
Paheli and
let's
Bujo?
just stick to Jump Street. Let me be Channing Tatum.
Do you know?
Obsessed with Paheli and Bujo.
Who's that?
Who the fuck is
The
Paheli?
characters in your
textbook.
math NCRT book.
NCRT book, textbook. Remember there's a guy and a girl that explain things
He
in like
didn't
6,
do. I
7,
don't think he did math. like
CBSE.
that.
I didn't
CBSE,
see
right?
it, yeah.
Paheli and Bujo.
I never listened to them.
Do you
Fuck
remember?
that.
Oh, you didn't do math.
Oh, that's kind of sad, bro.
Just, yeah.
Guys,
Jump Street,
if you
Jump Street
remember
is fine.
Paheli and Bujo, please comment because I don't remember Paheli
There
and
might be a lot of
Bujo.
comments
People are
this
commenting
episode.
for everything. Guys, if you have watched this
Okay, don't
podcast,
comment. Don't comment. Don't comment. We don't want. Okay, guys. Everybody is sleepy after Payasam.
Wrap it up, man.
You wrap it up.
I
wrapped
wrapped
it
it up. Why is that not valid?
That was not strong enough.
Okay, then do it.
Now there's too much pressure.
Guys, that's the end of our podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe. And
That's why we need a man.
please like, share, and subscribe, guys. I don't know what else.
Follow us on Instagram and text Dulkar asking him to come on This Is Not a Podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be
And-
great.
Yeah.
But tell him that it is actually a podcast in case he asks what it is. Tell him it is a
fuck would I
podcast.
call it
You
a
want us- we want you to come to This Is Not a Podcast. So, well, what is it? Zindagi.
Oh, this was the best part of the show initially.
Are you guys going for King of Kotha?
Yeah, first day for sure.
I'm going for Gumru.
No,
Gumar.
we can watch it in Hindi if you want. King of Kotha.
Then what's the point of watching it?
No, he did the dub.
Who's the
Original
coach?
dub.
Okay, then I don't mind King of Kotha.
What a talented guy. He dubbed it in Tamil, Malayalam, Telugu, Hindi.
Telugu.
Telugu.
Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Bye.
Telugu.
Telugu.